There I go again, breaking your heart, left in the dark, 2 worlds apart. There I go again, stuck in the streets. I know it's not for me. I know you wanna leave. I know you feel it off the pain, 'cause I'm stuck in this game, and there's no one else to blame except myself is strange, and I cannot feel the pain of you. My music changed, and I know you can't stand the way you feel. So what?
Who is Day1? With his natural vocal talents and ear for infectious beats, this has made him become an artist that's become one of Australia's biggest breakout rap stars over the last few years. This is his story so far. Day1 grew up in South Brisbane. He's half Maori and half Australian, which is something that he's very proud of. He's been around music since a very young age. He credits this a lot to his dad and his Maori background, where they would all sing and learn instruments together. He claims that he wrote his first raps at just 9 years old. And way back then, his influences were 50 Cent and Eminem.
I started writing at like 9 years old. And then I started recording probably like 14. I think I started recording myself, but I was trash. I was really trash. But no, I think it was about like 2017, 2018, I took it serious.
His raps and his vision started to get better and clearer, so he decided to take it a lot more serious. When he was around 14 to 15, he started to record his first tracks. He found an ear for melodies and started to create a sound for himself. He credits this a lot to artists like A Boogie with the Hoodie, Speaker Knockers, Fetty Wap, and P&B Rock.
Influences, bro, be like Speaker Knockers. He was a big influence because he kind of like started that whole melodic stuff.
Yeah.
A Boogie was definitely one. P&B Rock and Fetty Wap and all that.
He then started recording songs and putting them onto SoundCloud. Straight away, he had a buzz. Tracks like You Gotta Go and Trust You were already doing pretty good numbers. This allowed him to pick up a small fan base and started to do small shows. But he hadn't quite found his true sound yet, but he was in the studio day and night to make sure he stood out from everyone else in the scene. Then, in September of 2019, he teamed up with KP Beats and dropped his single titled Boss. The track was huge. It was all over TikTok and people all over YouTube were reacting to it. It now has 30 million plays just on Spotify.
Epic. Yeah, everyone's reacting to Boss hugely. Like, it's gotten 16 million streams or more so far on Spotify. How's that feeling to go viral?
Yeah, it feels unreal, to be honest. Just a blessing, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, it's crazy.
He then backed it up in early 2020 and dropped his track Riding. It now has over 2 million streams on YouTube and done very well. He kept the momentum going and dropped a few more tracks. Eventually, his music got into the ears of Zig and Nor at DB Music, which is a record label under Warner Music, which is also home to artists like Hooligan Hefts and Creed the Kid. He's also a part of a crew, which they call the Area Movement, with the likes of Hooligan Skinny, Hooligan Hefts, Skis, HP Boys and many more. He dropped another massive single titled Shisha Chick. By now, he was really starting to find his sound and he was sticking more to that melodic route.
For me, I've always done exactly what I'm doing now. I've always done it since I started out rapping, but this is ages ago. But yeah, I've always done the whole melodic thing, so I never really decided to change, even for the, like the wave. Like I never really follow a wave. It's more just doing my thing. So yeah, but I guess it's a bit different. There's not much people doing my style sort of music. But
one thing Day1 heavily believes in is manifestation and hard work. He looks at an artist like Drake and thinks, why can't it be him up next? He also found some good chemistry with fellow rapper Hooligan Hefts. They dropped 2 tracks together, Magic and the massive track Hood Star. Also in 2020, he reached another massive milestone, jumping on the official remix to his song Mood Swings with Young and Lips and Creed the Kid. A Boogie even uploaded it to his YouTube to get more exposure to Australian artists. This was huge for Day1's career, and he also credits A Boogie as being one of his biggest influences. Then in 2021, at still just 19 years old, he released his debut EP titled Day1. The EP was received fairly well, on the top of 2 massive singles, Magic with Hooligan Hefts and King of My City. One massive thing he's always been big on is giving back to his community and being a good role model. He often goes back and generously gives his time to schools and talks to them about chasing their dreams and choosing the right direction in life.
You've done a fair share of school visits lately. How important is it to get out there and share, I don't know, if inspirational messages or at least uplift these guys?
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Like I feel like for the youth,
you know, like they look up to us sort of things, you know what I mean? Trying to just paint a positive image and, you know, scene sort of thing, you know what I mean? But like even, going to see the kids and stuff, it's crazy. Like when I was in school, bro, like dreams were not existent, you know, the teachers and stuff, that was not a thing, especially music in Australia. So when we go to schools and we tell them like, bro, you can do it, you know what I mean? It changes their mindset, so yeah.
Mate, that's beautiful to hear.
As for now, he's been letting fans just digest his EP properly instead of just dropping music on us all the time. That's a big reason why Day1 is such a talented and respected artist, is because he always drops quality over quantity. So we all know the next music he releases is absolutely going to be worth the wait. While Day1 is still so early into his career, he's a massive reason as to why Australian hip hop has been put on the map. Day1 has now established himself a unique sound. And while he's still so young, I truly believe that he can become one of the biggest artists to ever come out of this country. This has been the story so far by Desired Oz Rap.
That's it.
Bro, when I did my first show, it was just crazy because there's like a big turnout for the area and before Boss, it was like a big love.
But how fucking 4, 1, 2, 2, yeah? Let's play that shit, play that shit. Times.
Two times. Make a mind by the third time.
You know what the stage was? It was 2 Besser blocks and a piece of wood. And we made it happen.